Hey everyone, welcome back. Happy New Year. My name is Daria if you're new to my channel. And the monthly theme that I've chosen for January is expansion. I also like to choose a word for the year just for myself to have, and this is the word that I've chosen that kind of encapsulates my intention for 2023. So today's practice is called Flowing into the New Year. And this class is really fluid, freeing, and all about expanding into the full body. So this should feel really good, and all that you need is yourself and some place to move. Whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll get started right away from standing at the top of the mat. So find your way onto your feet and spread your feet about as wide as your mat, so wider than the hips distance apart. And then you can bring your palms facing toward the top of your mat. Roll your shoulders down your back and just close your eyes for a moment here. Try to feel your feet pressing into the earth beneath you. You can have a little baby bend into your knees to feel that active press. And then feel from the tailbone all the way through the crown of your head that there's a lifting, a lengthening. And see if you can feel that you're simultaneously expanding and spreading into the rooting of the feet and the earth beneath you, while also lifting through your torso, your heart, and your head up into the sky, spreading out in all directions. Don't be afraid to take up space here. And just start to feel your breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose, filling all the way up. And just take a sigh out of your mouth to let go of anything you don't need right now. Blink your eyes open. Start to roll your shoulders towards your ears and then down and around back behind you. Go a couple times in this direction. And then reverse. Shoulders roll forward. On your next inhalation, press through your feet, brighten your toes, then circle your arms wide and then all the way up overhead. Turn your gaze towards your thumbs. As you breathe out, take a big dive down all the way forward. Reach back through the tailbone. Keep your spine long and drop your fingertips down in between your feet. Take a breath in, lengthen halfway. So spread the sit bones back as you reach your heart and the crown of your head forward. And then on your exhale, you can just fold in again. Now here, take some fluid movement through your spine. So glide the spine from side to side, left and right. You might bend one knee and bend the other knee. Just starting to wake everything up. Find stillness. Hug your belly button to your spine. Keep your torso heavy and roll up to stand, stacking one vertebra onto the next, coming all the way back up to where we began. Roll your shoulders down your back as the head rises. Again, take a breath in, circle the arms wide, and then up to the sky. As you breathe out, big dive down forward, fold, spine is long. Root your fingertips. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen evenly in both directions, and then breathe out to fold back in. Take 2 breaths here, swaying side to side. Open up into your hips, into your spine. Soften the back of your neck. Relax your head. Hug your belly button to your spine. Press through your feet and roll back up to stand, stacking one vertebra onto the next. Head rises last, shoulders fall down your back. Heel toe your feet now to hips distance apart, so they're parallel at the top of your mat. As you breathe in, sink deeply down into your knees, like a chair pose in the legs. Just bring your fingertips down beside your toes. Then sink a little deeper. Squeeze your core in. Wrap your rib cage together, and then reach your arms up to the sky, coming into chair pose. Slide your shoulders down your back, and then sink deeper. Shift the weight back into your heels, and let your toes brighten. Take a breath in here, reach your heart forward, then cactus your elbows and hug your shoulder blades together. As you exhale, start to contract, so round in through your spine. Squeeze your belly button in and back and reach your hands forward, but staying low in your chair pose, almost like cat-cows from chair. Next breath in, lengthen, tailbone back, heart forward, shoulder blades come together, stretch open the front body. And then as you breathe out, contract your core, but expand into the back body, creating space between your vertebrae. Again. Now moving with the breath a little faster. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Keep the knees bent. Breathe in. Let this be intuitive. Breathe out. One more time, waving through your spine. Inhale. And exhale. Next breath in. Press through your feet, ripple through your spine, and rise all the way up to stand. As you exhale, dive down, forward fold. Root your fingertips in front of your toes. Take a breath in, stretch through your spine, and reach your left toes long and back behind you into a standing L. As you breathe out, curl your knee in towards your nose, left knee to nose. So squeezing through the core, see if you can bring them to touch. Inhale to extend, left toes back, crown of head forward. Exhale, squeeze, hug the midline. Keep digging your right big toe down. Breathe in, kick back, reach forward with the heart. Breathe out, hug in. Inhale, extend. This time, as you exhale, bend your right knee deeply and land your left toes to the back of your mat. Your feet are hips distance apart. Let your left knee find the earth. Breathe in and reach your fingertips up high to the sky. Anjaneyasana, kneeling warrior. Hug your feet toward one another. As you breathe out, place your palms down to the mat. Lift your back knee and step into a plank. Pause in plank. Feel the press that comes from the back of your heart down through your arms into your hands and then each individual finger pad. Pull up through your thighs, activate your glutes, and just see how much you can squeeze and magnetize the front side of your body toward the back body. Now lengthen, extend the crown of your head forward, reach your heels back. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, shift forward, bend your elbows, lower halfway, chaturanga. Then sink your pelvis, your heart, and your chin to the mat. Untuck the toes. Step your fingertips out to the wide edges of your mat. Thumbs can stay rooted, other forefingers off the mat. Take a breath in, press through the tops of your feet and your pubic bone as you peel your front body away from the earth, coming into a cobra. Hug the shoulder blades together, micro bend your elbows, and then imagine your fingertips are being dragged back, even as your pelvic floor lifts and the heart reaches forward. Breathe in. Breathe out, release back down. 2 more with the breath. Inhale, rise up, expand the heart space, and exhale to release. Breathe in, lift, cobra. Breathe out, lower down. Bring the palms beside the ribs. Tuck your toes. Take an inhale to prepare. As you exhale, see if you can press all the way back up to high plank. If you need, you can take the knees down. Inhale here. And exhale, lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Give yourself a moment in down dog to calibrate and to settle into your foundation. Really connect to your Ujjayi pranayama here. You're breathing in and out through your nose. Equalize inhales and exhales. Next inhalation, lift your heels and start to round forward into high plank. Squeeze your core, glide your shoulders to stack over your wrists. Then as you breathe out, lift from the tip of your tailbone, bend your knees and your elbows a little, and ripple back into downward facing dog, creating waves again through the spine. So the inhale is that rounding action forward, and the exhale, it's an arching as you lift back to down dog. Let's go again. Breathe in, lift the heels, come forward into high plank, contract the core, hug your ribs together. As you breathe out, lift from the tip of your tailbone. Imagine it's on a string and it's being dragged up and back, downward facing dog. Now try to feel intuitively with the breath, and let's go a couple more rounds at your own pace. Take the inhale forward and the exhale back. See if you can continue hugging your hands and your feet. Well, hugging your hands toward one another and then your feet toward one another. So you're activating the midline. Beautiful. We'll find downward facing dog. We'll meet back there. On your next inhalation, press into your right foot and stretch your left leg high into 3-legged down dog. As you breathe out, lift the right heel, hug your left knee through towards your right tricep. From here, pivot your right heel down, toes turned toward the long edge of your mat. Flex your left ankle and hook it outside of your right thigh. Then bend your right knee deeply and shift your weight off of your hands and more into the legs, into the right leg that's rooted. Both palms stay pressing down. Begin to stack right hip over the left and turn your eyes under your right arm. Feel some expansion into the right side body. Breathe in. Breathe out and just simply step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward to the top of your mat. As you exhale, travel there. Feet can be together or hips distance, whatever feels good. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, just fold down. Inhale to chair pose. Weight your heels, bend the knees deeply, and then ripple your fingertips up toward the sky. Arc through your heart, stick your butt back, heart forward. And as you exhale, round in. Fingertips forward. Again, inhale like a cow shape in the spine. And exhale like a cat, rounding and curling. Tuck the tailbone under. One more time. Breathe in, ripple through. And breathe out, contract. Inhale, press through your feet. Rise up to stand, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Fingertips forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and simultaneously stretch your right toes to the back of the mat. Now, as you exhale, hug in, right knee to your nose. Draw it all the way through and bring them to touch. Inhale to extend and kick back. Right toenails pointing straight down. Exhale, squeeze it in. Breathe in. Feel your spine growing longer, extending. Breathe out, squeeze, knee to nose. Inhale, kick back. As you breathe out, bend your left knee, step your right toes to the back of the mat, and land your back knee. Breathe in. Reach your fingertips up, kneeling warrior Anjaneyasana. As you breathe out, palms find the mat. See how softly you can pick up your back knee and step your front foot into plank. Hovering here. Imagine your body is being hugged by the air around you on all sides. Inhale, reach the crown of your head forward, shift the shoulders forward over the wrists, and exhale, lower chaturanga, elbows squeeze in tight to your body, then sink the pelvis, the chest, and the chin. Take the fingertips wide. Inhale into cobra, peel the torso up, stretch through your heart, shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale to release down. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Imagine you're being inflated with the air like a balloon as you rise. And then exhale, let it all go. Take the palms beside the ribs, tuck your toes under, breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, see if you can press back up to high plank without coming to the knees. Inhale here. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Spinal waves again, move with your own breath. So let the inhale rise your heels, pull up the thighs, and come forward into high plank. And then use the exhale to glide back into downward facing dog. See how much you can articulate through the spine. Just keep moving. Let the breath be your guide. Next time you come back to down dog, just stay there. And when your next inhale comes, root the left toes, stretch your right leg high to 3-legged down dog. As you breathe out, lift the left heel, hug right knee toward left tricep. Pivot the left heel down toward the mat, root the heel and the big toe. Flex right ankle, hook it to the outer edge of your left thigh. Then start to sit your hips back toward the left leg. Both palms stay planting, pressing down and forward. Turn your eyes under the left armpit and begin to slightly revolve so that the right ribs are kind of turning toward the left ones and left hip stacks on top of the right. Breathe in. Breathe out and just let yourself find down dog once again.
Take a deep inhale here through your nose, filling up. Press your exhale into the earth. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold down. Breathe into chair pose, bend your knees, sink low, reach high, arms to the sky. Cactus the elbows, stretch the heart forward, and as you breathe out, round in through your spine. It's like you're pressing your heart through your shoulder blades back behind you. Inhale to arch in chair. Exhale, keep the bend in your knees as you curl in through your core. One more time. Inhale, arching. Exhale, round. Breathe in, press through your feet, ripple through the spine, come all the way up to stand, gaze to your thumbs. As you breathe out, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, standing L, fingertips root and left toes stretch long and back behind you. This time, as you exhale, bend your left knee and your right one. Come down to a little squat, so the left knee crosses behind the right, like a Shiva squat. Inhale, extend, kick back. Exhale, squat, left knee behind the right one, bend deeply into your knees. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, squat low. This time, bring the top of the left foot all the way down to the mat, then the shin, the knee, and eventually both sit bones, landing with your right foot crossed outside of the left thigh. Press your right fingertips down at the base of your spine. Take a breath in, lengthen your left fingertips up to the sky. And as you breathe out, create a little twist. Left elbow can hook outside of the thigh, or you can just hug in towards yourself. Try to stay active and energized through your feet and your toes. Notice that when the feet brighten, this creates a lifting through the pelvic floor that then radiates all the way up through your spine, staying elongated even as you twist. Begin to unwind, turn back to face the top of your mat. Bring your fingertips down, step into your right foot. Breathe in to stretch your left leg long and back, standing L. And then as you breathe out, bend the right knee, left toes step to the back of the mat. This time, keep your back knee lifted, and as you inhale, rise to stand in high crescent lunge. Tuck your tailbone a little bit underneath of you, settle into your legs, and then stretch through your fingertips. And we'll take that same arching and rounding action here. So as you breathe in, start to lean a little bit back, lift up your pelvic floor, lift your heart, cactus your elbows. And then as you breathe out, reach your arms forward, get hollow through your core, and come forward with your torso to about 45-ish degrees. Again, inhale, arch, extend your spine, stretch your heart. And exhale, reach forward, hug your core in, belly button to spine. Breathe in, cactus the elbows, lift your heart to the sky. And breathe out, reach forward. Inhale, neutralize, rise to stand in high crescent lunge, shoulders soft. As you exhale, bring your palms down to the mat to frame the right foot. Walk your back foot in slightly and turn your toes out on an angle, about 45-ish degrees. See if you can root your back heel. If you need to have blocks under your fingertips here, that's a good option to bring the earth closer to you. And we'll take a few breaths in pyramid pose. Continue finding the expansion and the extension through your spine. And continue to extend your feet and your legs down into the earth beneath you. Breathe through the threads that run down the back line of your right leg, untangling any knots there. Next, inhale. Lift your back heel. Place your palms down beside the front foot. Prepare by lengthening your spine. And then as you breathe out, press down. See if you can peel your right foot away from the mat and step or glide it back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your heels, come forward into high plank, shoulders stack over the wrists, but really round in. And then as you breathe out, glide back into downward facing dog, arching through your spine as you go. Now right away, breathe in, press to your right toes, stretch your left leg high, three-legged down dog. As you breathe out, lift the right heel, hug left knee toward right tricep. Pivot the right heel down and flex the left foot, hook it outside of your right thigh. Bend your knee deeply so you can shift the weight off the shoulders and more into the legs. Now here, you're welcome to stay with both palms rooted or press more into your left palm and start to cactus your right elbow toward the sky. So you're turning the entire right side body to stack over the left side. Then see how much you can press into left hand and right foot. Compress through the left side body so that you can expand the right side. Right leg might eventually come towards straight and maybe reach your right arm forward to the top of your mat. One more breath in here. Find the inhalation into the ribs. Now, as you breathe out, place your right palm down. Pivot on your back toes. Hug your left knee into your chest. Then root the right heel down again, but now facing the opposite long edge of your mat. Step your left foot off the mat behind you. And then as you inhale, we'll find wild thing. So press the pelvis up to the sky. Tuck your right shoulder underneath of you and then reach forward through the left fingertips. Let this feel really, really good. Try to feel as though your feet are hugging toward one another. Activate the inner thighs. Lift your pelvic floor and then coil your heart forward to the top of the mat. One more breath in. As you breathe out, simply find your way back to down dog. Gather in through your core. Let this transition be slow and fluid and really feeling good. From down dog, breathe in, look forward. Breathe out and step forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink low, reach high. Arch your back, cactus the elbows, heart forward. On the exhale, round in. Inhale, feel the wave ripple up through your spine, arch your back. Exhale, reverse that ripple coming into the rounded shape. Again, inhale. And exhale. Breathe in, press through your feet, rise to stand all the way up, fingertips high. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, fingertips root, left foot stays rooted and right toes stretch to the back of the mat. As you exhale, Shiva squat. Right knee behind the left one. Hug your heel toward your sitting bone as you sink low. Inhale, extend. Exhale to squat. One more time. Breathe in. How much can you reach back through the right toes, but pull the crown of your head forward? And breathe out, sink low, this time coming all the way down to a seat. So land your toes, the tops of the toes, the shoelace side of the foot, the knee, the shin, and the sit bones. Left fingertips come down to the base of your spine. Let this arm act as a second spine or like a pillar to support behind you. Breathe in, rise your right fingertips. Breathe out and twist. Take 3 breaths here. If you want, you can close your eyes. Really feel everything happening internally. Feel the twist, feel all parts of the twist as it moves sequentially through your spine. Start to unwind. Pivot back to the top of your mat. Step into your left foot, root your fingertips down and forward, and then glide your right toes long and back. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, bend your left knee deeply and step your right toes to the back of the mat, hips distance away from the left. Back knee this time stays lifted. Inhale, press down, rise to stand in high crescent lunge. Start with neutralizing your spine. So there might be an urge right away to sink into a back bend. See if instead you can press your pelvis a little bit forward. Lift the pelvic floor and then soften. Ribs are together. Now, as you inhale, start that arching action. So reach through the heart, create length in the spine, and then start to lean back. And as you exhale, reach forward. A little bit of rounding in your spine as you do. Inhale, rise up to stand, then lean back, cactus your elbows, squeeze and support the back of the heart with the shoulder blades, and then exhale, reach forward. One more time, breathe in, lean back, arch your spine. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, high crescent lunge, just neutralize. As you exhale, bring your palms or fingertips down to frame the left foot. Walk your back toes in and turn them slightly out so that you can drop the heel flat. Take a moment to set yourself up with your hips squaring. So there's an idea of kind of hugging the left hip back while the right hip wraps forward. Try to stay long in your spine. If you're good here, you can play with walking your fingertips more forward to the top of the mat so that you have more space to stay elongating. Come back to the breath. Walk your palms to frame the left foot. Pick up your back heel. Take a breath in, preparing, create buoyancy in your legs. As you breathe out, press down, get so hollow in your core, and see if you can float the left foot back into down dog. One spinal wave. Inhale to come forward. And then exhale, ride your breath back, down dog. Breathe in and reach your right leg high, three-legged down dog. Breathe out, right knee through to left tricep. Back heel pivots down. Hook your ankle outside of your thigh and then sink back so the weight shifts off the shoulders. Press into the right fingertips, claw down and see if you can turn the right ribs toward the left ones as you cactus through your elbow. Now press more away from the earth. Drive into the outer edge of your back foot. See if you can bring the legs straight-ish. Turn your eyes up toward the left thumb and then watch it as it travels forward to the top of your mat. One more breath right into the left side body opening. And then as you breathe out, left palm roots, pick up your back heel. Hug right knee to your chest. Then spin your back heel down again, but now with your toes pointing toward the right long edge of your mat, and step your right toes down and back behind you. Bend into your knees first. Then use the inhale to press through both feet and the left hand. Wrap your shoulder blade underneath of you and rise into wild thing. If there's anything that's feeling crunchy or not really expansive about this shape, see if you can identify it. Back off just a little bit and then be more intentional, more deliberate. There's no rush to get into the pose. See if you can find something that does feel good for you. Take one more breath in. Breathe out, wrap in through your core, and find your way back into downward facing dog. Right palm down, right foot down. Take a breath in through your nose. Big sigh out of your mouth. Let it all go. One more time again. Imagine your inhale is like a wave that's rising. Open mouth exhale. Let the wave like crash onto the beach. Let it go. Good. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, travel forward to the top of your mat and find your way down to a seat. You can come through a little squat. Root the sit bones down. Walk your heels forward. Hold on to the fronts of your shins. Take a breath in. Arching through your back, you can let your knees come a little bit wide. Stick your butt kind of out behind you. And then imagine your heart's being pulled forward. Eyes can rise. As you breathe out, round in through your core. Now imagine your belly button is being pulled back through your spine all the way behind you. Next, inhale, rise up through your spine. Reach your heart forward, stick your butt back. And then exhale to round in. One more time. Inhale, arch. Exhale, contract. Keep the contraction going, release the grip of your hands, and round all the way down to lying on your back. Go one vertebra at a time. Feel it land, then root the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, until finally the back of your head finds the earth. Supine figure 4. Flex your left foot, hook your ankle outside of your right thigh, widen your knee, and then pick up the right shin so that it hovers parallel to the mat. grab what's available behind the hamstring, or maybe thread the needle and interlace the fingers over the top of the right shin. Let's take 5 rounds of breath here. Close your eyes. Feel your sacrum settling into gravity. And then feel if your body wants to create any movement as you stay here. You might rock from side to side. Or you might just want to be still. Do what works for you. Soften your jaw, relax your face, even the cheekbones, even the eyelids, eyebrows, forehead. Start to unwind and just simply switch your sides. Right ankle now outside of the left thigh, widen your knee. Press your sacrum down into gravity, root through the back of your head, and take 5 sweet breaths here, opening into the hips. Let the opening come gradually. It's not all at once. Let each exhale create expansion. Unwind. Now hug both knees into your chest. Peel your shoulder blades and your head away from the mat and hug yourself into all of the warmth, all of the energy that you've created in your practice. Take a breath in here, squeeze in tight. And then breathe out, open up, Shavasana. Let your back body melt into the earth beneath you. And then let your intention in Shavasana here be to expand as much as possible into the space beneath you. Check for anywhere that's tight or tense. And see if you can consciously let go of that holding. All you have to do here is to rest. Stay here even longer if you'd like, or begin to deepen your breath. Connect to the brightness of this new breath entering your body. And start to move again into your fingers and your toes. Wake everything back up. Next inhale, arms stretch back, toes forward, reaching long in 2 directions. And let the exhale carry you to a side for a fetal pose. Just drop. Press down and find your way up to Sukhasana. And feel the pressing down from your pelvis into the sit bones, into the earth. Feel the reaching up through the crown of your head to the sky. Once you've settled into your seat, soften your shoulders and draw your palms to meet at heart center. And take a moment to consider how you can remain fluid as you flow into 2023, into the new year. How can you remain unattached, unstuck to any part of your experience so that you can allow things to move in, move through, and also to move out? Acknowledge any expansion that you found through this practice, whether in your physical body, your mental space, or your emotional space. And then just take one last moment to check in with how you're doing, genuinely, without judgment, just to notice. Deep breath in through your nose, fill all the way up to the surface of the collarbones. Exhale, let it go. Lift your heart to the tips of your thumbs. Bow your chin towards your chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope that felt good. If you have thoughts, questions, comments, any feedback, please let me know in the comments below. And I hope that you're doing really well. If you're not already subscribed, you can go down below and do that. You also have the option to join my channel as a monthly donation member. Both of these really help to support me. Have a great rest of your day or night, and I will see you in the next practice. Bye.